Welcome back to the ABC's RPGs, where we teach you the basics of tabletop role-playing games. In this series, we're teaching you how to play the rules-light tabletop role-playing game, Cats of Catthulhu. This last video series is specifically meant to give advice to cat herders, and wait, why am I doing this? Ashley, why don't you hop in?
Hi everyone, my name is Ashley Sindler, and I was the cat herder in our last game of Cats of Catthulhu. This last video in the series is specifically meant to give advice to cat herders, the game masters in Cats of Catthulhu. There is plenty of useful information in Cats of Catthulhu Book 1, the Necronomicon. However, Cats of Catthulhu Book 2, Una Schrecklichen Katzen, is considered the cat herder's guide and includes more information on running the game as well as several cat ventures. Worlds of Catthulhu, New Settings for Cats of Catthulhu is another helpful book for designing your own adventures. As the cat herder, you have the very fun, but often challenging job of herding cats, organizing your player's game. First, when running this game, it is important to note that experienced players may actually struggle more than new players due to the rules-light nature of the game. Many experienced players want crunchy stats and calculations, and may be thrown by the fact that there are no numbers at all in the game. Some players may struggle with the sheer amount of freedom in this game as well. It can often be helpful to give your players some options if they are struggling with what to do next. Second, remember to have fun, and don't be afraid to improvise. If you need to bend the rules for a more exciting story or character, that's okay. In written adventures, there's often guidance for when a treat should be distributed or an injury inflicted, but don't be afraid to make it up as you go either, especially if it helps create a more interesting story. What matters most is that everyone enjoys their time creating this fun, exciting, maybe a little bit silly world. Make sure to give your players plenty of opportunity to roleplay and describe what they want to do, especially in special scenarios like cats going out in a blaze of glory. Third, be sure to consider your individual cat characters when creating story hooks. For example, if you have a tiger dreamer, you can give them a vision with a hint about what's to come in the game. Or maybe one of your players is a white cat trying to slip into the shadows of an alleyway, but she is easily spotted by an enemy due to her snowy fur. If there is ever an uncertain situation, roll 2 cat dice, or have one or more players roll to decide the outcome. However, if the situation is certain, a roll may be unnecessary and could slow down play. For example, a cat acrobat probably doesn't need to make a roll to climb most everyday household objects, but should make a roll if they are trying to scale a particularly unsteady bookcase. You may also call for a notice roll during your games. This is the equivalent of a perception check, or spot hidden in other tabletop role-playing games. This can be a good way to drop hints, or a fun way to interact with players. Notice rolls should be reserved for things that are not 100% crucial that the cats succeed on. If every cat in the herd fails a notice roll about an important story hook, the cats are now stuck with no new information, and now you need another way to advance the story. You may also secretly make luck rolls as the cats advance through the story to help add some unpredictability. There are 3 kinds of secret luck rolls: glitch, minor luck, and sinister fortune. A glitch roll can be used when things are going according to plan. Secretly roll an easy challenge, and if there are 2 failures, some sort of unexpected outcome or inconvenience should occur. A minor luck roll can be used to determine if the cats can easily proceed in the story. 1 cat die should be rolled, and a success results in a small positive outcome. For example, if the cats succeed on a minor luck roll, the house they were trying to enter has an open window. Lastly, a sinister fortune roll can be used when the cats are already having a tough time to continue building pressure. You can make a difficult challenge roll as your cats play, and at least 1 failure means the situation continues to worsen. It is also helpful to remember that when rolling, happy cats are always good for the cats, and sad cats are always bad for the cats. Therefore, cats want to roll happy cats, while enemies want to roll sad cats. At the end of each session or adventure, the cat herder may reward experiences to characters. This is the equivalent of leveling up in other tabletop role-playing games. Some examples of experiences or knowledge a cat may gain include learning how keys work, gaining familiarity with unnatural animals and service to elder gods, or even learning how to flush a toilet. These experiences don't have to be the same for all cats, but they may be. Thank you so much for tuning into this series. We really hope you enjoyed it and learned something new. Please consider picking up a copy of Cats of Catthulhu at your local game store or online.
And remember to keep on learning. Bye-bye!